How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer is back with a little bit of beer mill unboxing. Yeah, the beer mills are coming hard and fast now. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, I'm exhausted. Ooh, I gotta hit. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do this. Oh, oh. I always forget to hit stop on my phone when I'm done recording. And if I let my phone, like the last review I have, continue to record and it runs out of space, which it wouldn't because I'd delete all my stuff, it like fucks up the video and I lose it and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of a beer mill unboxing. This box comes from Steven. For those that don't know who Steven is, that means you don't watch my channel because Steven sends me all kinds of crazy beer all the time. And this be one of those times where he sends me crazy beer yet again. So we did a beer mail unboxing last night from Adam from Mercy Beers. It was a bunch of UK jammers. You can see my delicious 10-pound note I won off him in a bet. You can see my not so delicious Brewdog book that was personalized signature wise from him over here. So yeah, let's do this. Take a sip of beer and then we'll dive in this sucker. We'll start open up some beer mails. I don't know. Oh, I took my scissors in the other room, but I have backup scissors now. I'm smart like that. What can I say? The other ones are so much better for cutting stuff. So, ooh, the Nerd Sense logo is going on my thing. BC Beer Reviews, like edits. I think he said, "What up, Stock?" So, yeah, the Nerd Sense logo was going on my channel. We share a StreamYard, by the way, a bunch of us. So, what do I know about this beer mill? I know specifically 2 things about this beer mill. 3 things, actually, technically. Comes from Steven. It contains beer. And that there's mystery beers in here. And the stipulation for that is, he's like, I'm sorry. And I guess it kind of gives away some of the mystery beerness. But he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, a lot of the mystery beers are high ABV, so plan accordingly. So, yeah, that could be some subterfuge on his end, him trying to throw me off the mystery beer scent. So you could be like, well, now you know what's coming, so it's not a real mystery beer. Be like, or maybe he's messing with me. I don't know. That's the deal about mystery beers. We don't know. We don't know. I'm sawing through this thing like a goddamn woodchuck. Because woodchucks have saws. I don't know if you guys know this, but woodchucks definitely have saws. We're in. Well, we're in. Now we're in. Oh, look at that. It's like, oh, look at that. Okay. So he always packs it with this styrofoam, which is honestly worse than packed peanuts. But I shouldn't say that because no, everybody's going to stick styrofoam in their container. Anyway, I'm going to move this off to the side just so it's easier to unpack. I don't know if it's even going to fit on the goddamn shelf over here. It does, so we're lucky. And let's do it to it, man. I mean, there's no better time than the present. So, oh, these are nice and cold. See, this is the thing. I have, you see a Treehouse Beer. I have a refrigerator, and I always put my beer mails in my refrigerator, or more specifically, I have my wife put my beer mails in our refrigerator when I'm at work. I work from home on Friday, so I was here. And I said, you know what? Instead of throwing it in the fridge, I'm going to throw it in my Sub-Zero. We have a big Sub-Zero because we have a lot of meat because we're a farm. And I was like, because I think that'll work better because it takes so hard for the refrigerator to get these cool. I think these are right about drinking temperature. So these went into my Sub-Zero at like, I want to say like 11 a.m. So that's pretty perfect. Treehouse Jams. Mad scientist stuff. This is the Juice Project, Citra and Galaxy. And I'm going to read all this stuff too. It says, each passing day, as hands-on brewers, we learn to progress with our knowledge of raw materials and process and how it affects outcomes. To that end, Juice Project Citra Plus Galaxy represents another leap in individuality, hop character, juiciness, and drinkability. Saturated to the absolute max with hops, we have spent the years resourcing Juice Project. Citra and Galaxy is a joyful expansion of flavor. Share it, enjoy it. All the best to you. 8.7% double IPA. This was canned a week ago. Not my favorite art design when it comes to Treehouse beers, but more often than not, Treehouse beers are quite tasty, so we can let that slide. Oh, BC's chiming in and say, "What's up, dog?" Corrected himself. And then we have Logan chiming in. "What's going on, homie? Happy Friday, homie. Sipping on some Southern Swells Haze, in a galaxy really, really close. I believe you reviewed this one back in the day. I did. Sipping some Dalmore 15 and watching Scotch, fuck the world. So there you go. Thank you very much for stopping by, Will. Mystery beers, sweet paper bag like your mom would do on your textbooks before you went to high school. You millennials won't know anything about that. BC drinking a B43 by Old Nation. Good on you, brother. It's a great beer. I didn't know you get that beer over there. Very cool. Bottle time. Oh man, these are perfect old Treehouse bottles. And this is their Tempo. Tempo is a dry hop German Pilsner. Do I open it right now and just start drinking it? Is dry hop German Pilsner intended to showcase the delicious character of whole melon hops. We utilize a blend of German hops in this kettle and whole melon exclusively in the dry hop. Pale straw yellow in color and carries aromatic flavorful notes of lemon, raspberry, tea, zippy herbal hops, cracker-like malts, and straw. 4.6%. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We have Logan saying also loving the Biggie shirt. Hey, game gotta recognize game, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a false floor in this box. There's something hidden in it that I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be a Treehouse box, by the way. I feel like Steven had COVID. He was kind of didn't have his taste for a long time, wasn't drinking beer for a very long time, and he's back. So I'm kind of fearful for my liver. Steadfast from Treehouse Brewing. Steadfast is a barrel blended imperial stout. A thoughtful blending session found the best expression of this beer. A blend of 42% barrel aged chocolate stout blended with 58% fresh stout. The finished beer has an incredible depth of complexity and features notes of chocolate, covered bourbon cherries, chewy chocolate caramel, and oaky vanilla. I'm going to say creme. They wrote cream, but I'm going to say creme because I want to be fancy like that because that's how I roll. I just cleaned up my fucking room too. God damn it. How dare you make my room messy with beer, Steven? You're the worst. I think I get Greater Good stuff by me. I don't remember specifically, but this is their 10% Imperial Stout. Burn Barrel Aged Elvonia Imperial Chocolate Stout, actually. So Burn Barrel Aged Imperial Chocolate Stout from Greater Good. 12-month Burn Barrel Aged Elvonia is a limited batch of our smooth all-season stout dialed to 10% ABV and generously brewed with Ecuadorian cocoa, inspired by a Western gift in the Czar. Aged beer. No, not aged beer. What am I saying? November 2021. 6 months old. 7 months old. 8 months old. 7 months old. Yeah, half a year old. Let's put it that way. I'm almost positive we actually get their beers here because I remember I see that logo and I think of an ovary, which, kind of makes sense. Luis Rivera saying hello there. I'm enjoying some Flying Fish Jersey Juice IPA. It's been a long time since I've had any Flying Fish beer. Not because I hate Flying Fish. It's just, I don't know why. I haven't had one in a while. And another Treehouse bottle. This looks like another barrel-aged jammer. Persevere. iridescence. That's what they call that. Persevere is a barrel-aged imperial stout featuring 17% bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout of various ages and 83% fresh stout. I might have to do these side by side. These we're gonna have to shift all this because might have to do that. That's begging for a side by side is what that's begging for. Not that they're same stouts, but just to see how the barrel perception comes with that. You know what I mean? To where you could be like, are you getting the barrel or you're not getting the barrel? Let's put the mystery beers over here. Come on. Goddamn iPad getting in the way. There you go. Mystery beer over here. There you go. Look at that. Says weirdly enough, it has more of a caramel taste than I thought it would. It might be oxidized, might be old. Check your dates. It is Flying Fish, so their cans tend to sit a bit, and they they're Pennsylvania owned now, so they're not really Jersey Berry. Yeah. And what am I enjoying today? I'm enjoying this. Look at that. What does that look like to you? Like a big, huge hazy? Actually, the can's over there, so I can't show you, but it's a beer that my buddy from England, Adam from Merseyside Beer, sent this to me. It's actually mystery beer, even better. So I don't have to show you. Okay. So that's about a little less than half of the box so far. I just want to lift this part of the box. See if there's no. Okay. See, it's weird. Oh, there's the bottom of the box. Okay. Come on. Wrestling with it. There we go. Okay. So we have another mystery beer. Let's look at dates. Let's cheat. That's not that old. That's not that old. Oof, there we go. Can. Fresh. Oh, Alvarium. I dig all this Alvarium stuff he threw off. This looks like someone puked at a fish concert or something. And it's Juresh New England IPA, handcrafted in New Britain, Connecticut. 6.5. Okay. Fresh. One does not simply drink fresh, man. Fresh is a state of mind. Your headspace is either open to the idea of soft, juicy, tropical, fruity goodness from Citron Mosaic hops, or you ain't. You don't consume it, it consumes you. Some guy living out of a van. So I was point blank on when the vibes are thrown out in this thing. So I can get down with that. 6 and change hazies. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Okay. What do we got going on here? Another mystery beer. We'll try not to remove the mystery beer tape from the mystery beer. So there you go. We're playing that game where we cheat. Nothing on the bottom. Alchemist beer. An aged Alchemist beer. That's what I'm guessing that is. Because there's no date on it. You get a can and a bottle in the same wrapping. I love Steven's wrappings. It's like the most neurotic, crazy thing in history of mankind. Port of Gold, Great Notion Brewing. Pot of Gold, not Port of Gold. This is a 12.5% beer. Blend of barrel-aged, non-barrel-aged imperial stout with coffee and vanilla and contains milk sugar. Okay. So, I mean, this is kind of reserved if you think about it when it comes to Great Notion. So it's 12.5%. So it's a big beer. But it's really, it's a barrel-aged coffee stout with vanilla and barrel-aged milk stout with vanilla and coffee. That's kind of like playing it close to the vest for Great Notion. As a drunk little Yeti leprechaun, I will be a drunk Yeti leprechaun after that beer. Bottled mystery beer that I have no idea how I'm going to get a cap off of this because the tape's all over the cap. There you go. I call it a challenge. I accept that challenge wholeheartedly. Okay, next level. Got a little FF up in this piece coming out shortly. FF, what are you talking about? Is that Fox Farm, son? Yeah, I hope they don't get sued for IP theft from Disney. It's a little bit of Tangle. This is a double IPA, 7.8%, and it was canned less than a month ago. Love Fox Farm. Love their labels. Love their beers. One of my favorite breweries. Ever, I say. Okay. We're on the home stretch here. We got this sack. I think we have another sack. And I think that might be it. That's it. That's it. How dare he only send this amount of beer? Just wasting my time. Kyle chiming in saying Treehouse seems to be the only hype brewery that puts stuff in 12-ounce bottles. No, there's some other ones, right? I guess you would, if you consider Parish hype, they do a lot of 12-ounce bottles. Mystery beer bottle. Mystery beer can. Look at that. And then Luis Rivera chiming in saying, he says, so no dates on this can. However, I am confused. I've tried a lot of juicy beer and expect it to taste a lot like fruit flavors, but I usually only taste hops or my taste bud shots. No, if there's no date in a bottle, I am assuming it might be just super old, dude. Like when a beer gets super old, typically, it suffers. That didn't happen. It suffers from oxidation. And one of the more prominent markers of oxidation is caramel flavor, especially if it's supposed to be an IPA, So, look at that. Another bottle of mystery beer. And last but not, I did not plan this, so I'm going to click off this. The last beer I'm getting is Elvonia Medley. I believe I've done Elvonia, but not the Medley from Fox Farm. This is an ale aged in oak barrels with boysenberries, blueberries, and mint and lime. Fox Farm, F the world. The best part about this, I think I can just slide this. Oh, dude, I did not plan. I started from the outside and worked myself in. And that I'm telling you right now, that's harmony. That's harmony. That's all the harmony. Dude, this is how Steven rolls, man. This is how Steven rolls. That's what I'm talking about. And just so we could actually have a conversation about this. So Thomas Open is actually chimed in saying, I was this far removed from crashing your stream while drinking Canadian whiskey. You're more than welcome to join the stream if you want. I'm done unboxing if you want to hang out and chat for a hot minute. I don't know if you're that toasty or inebriated or whatever. You're more than welcome. But I will go one better, brother. This is the week that you and oh no, you wouldn't have been here yet. But this is the week coming up when you and James Rampant Lion were supposed to come to the United States and hang. So better yet, if you actually came, you would be drinking these beers with me. How about that? So yeah, there you go. I know the brown bag vibes make me so happy when it comes to mystery beers. It's like totally like before everything was digital and people like had normal parents and shit. You would get textbooks from your school, your high school, and they would look you dead in the eye when they gave you those tech bucks at the beginning of the year and go, if we get these back fucked up, you're paying for them. So your parents would be like, I'm not fucking paying for them. So they'd wrap them in armor. And by armor, I mean they'd wrap them in fucking brown paper bag. So these are like the high school equivalent of don't fuck up my textbooks, which honestly is pretty fucking fantastic, to be perfectly honest with you. So yeah. I don't even know what to say, dude. We got Treehouse to here. We got all the New England or that area to here, and then just mystery beer fuck the world, which is great because I was kind of low on mystery beers. Like I have. Let's see. I have one. Why is my phone so hot? It's still in the film program. That's why. Um. I have one mystery beer to post on Monday, and that's it. I have no other ones recorded. A lie. I just recorded one right before I did this, so I have two. But I have another mystery beer in my fridge, so that's another mystery beer. And now I have these mystery beers. And I think I'm getting more mystery beers. So I'm very happy. It's a streak I like to continue. Technically, the streak got broken last year sometime because I did mystery beer for about 2.5 years every Monday. But my camera fucked up, so it wasn't my fault. So we only missed 1 week, and it wasn't so much I didn't have mystery beer to post. I had them. It's just my camera fucked up, my hard drive fucked up, so I lost a bunch of them. So yeah. I'm game for hanging out a little bit. So if you guys have any questions about me, about the beers, about whatever, you're more than welcome. Let me actually put a link out there in case anybody wants to join. Let's jump in. I'm okay with hanging. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. So what do we got going on? We got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, that's a very great question. Lewis says, "How does it feel being a new dad and balancing the videos and dad life?" It's pretty awesome, dude. Like, you know, like I can't, like I don't know what to say. I'm a very lucky person, like a very lucky person. I have an awesome wife. It was very just like she's a mom through and through in a very beautiful way. And I work for a company that it's very family oriented, so I can work from home a couple days a week and spend time with my kid that way. Um, I have a mother-in-law who she's attached to where we live, so we have basically a live-in au pair who can help with the child. And the way our schedules kind of like rotate, um, it just works out. Like I'm an early riser. Uh, I'm an early riser, and I'm a late. I only need about 6 hours of sleep to function properly. That's kind of my thing. My wife needs a decent amount of sleep, so I wake up early in the morning, and when I wake up in the morning, I typically wake up at like 6 a.m. I'll take the kiddo until whatever, you know, 10 a.m. or something like that. On work days, not that long. And then, later in the evening, I'll hang out with him. Like tonight, I kind of grabbed him around like 3. We hung out till about 6. And then my wife's like, okay. It's like, I want to take him for a bit. She takes him, and he typically wants to go to sleep around like 9 o'clock. So once 9 o'clock hits, he's kind of asleep, and he sleeps pretty well through the night. So I know my circumstances, my situation isn't normal because I have a kid who's awesome. Like my kid's awesome. I don't mean it in a way like my kid's better than other kids. Like I mean like he's not a dick. He's not a douche. He's happy. He's so fucking happy to the point where I've asked our pediatrician on a couple occasions, be like, "There's something wrong with my kid. Like he's just happy all the time." So like he doesn't really bitch and moan. He's hungry, he cries. If he's got a really shitty poopy diaper, he cries. But other than that, he's just chilling. He's cool hanging out with you. Like gonna hang out with him and play with him, and he laughs and screams and has a ball. He can sit by himself and entertain himself. He's cool with it. He'll be like, "Oh, look, I'm under my play set and I'm hitting shit," or, "Oh, look at my hand. I have a hand. I think this is my hand." You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So he's just very, very, very cool. So, like, my making videos and stuff like that, honestly, it hasn't changed all that much because it's been a bulk of what I've kind of been my beer thing. Like, it's not like I'm drinking beer for an hour or two and then I do some reviews and I'm drinking beer for an hour or two. Like, I pick 3 beers, 4 beers. Tonight was 4 beers. Pick 4 beers, sit down, review them. The whole process takes about 8 minutes of video, 10 minutes of video. So I'm kind of preoccupied for about 40 minutes and then I'm done. Obviously when I do unboxings like this, it's a lot more time, but I have my free time right now, so it just kind of works out that way. So it's, obviously isn't the same, but at the same time, it's pretty fucking awesome. Listen, my kid's awesome. I love it. I don't even know what to say. Oh, he's so cool. He's a goddamn fucking amazing maniac. I just kind of want to sit here in front of this and kind of lord over people for a little bit. And just be like, how you doing, YouTube? With your mystery beers. The neurotic self wants to get me to get this into a proper curve where everything is looking right. I should probably use this to kind of reset my camera. That way I know my camera's kind of straight, but I can't reach it. There's so much beer in the way. There's so much beer. There's nothing I can do. Mark Van Zeeland chiming in saying, wow, nice beers, Matt. Enjoy it. I will enjoy. Mercy Beer saying, I think you're okay for mystery beers now. Yeah, I mean, well, you sent me what, the 2? So I have 2 from you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 mystery beers. That's 8 weeks. So I have 2 months of mystery beers. So I am definitely okay for now. And that's what happens with mystery beers. Like, someone was actually asking that yesterday. And I'm like, well, like, it's kind of weird about mystery beers. Like, you don't have any, but they come in waves, man, and it's really hard. So, like, for example, like, let's say nobody sends me mystery beers for the next 2 months. One of these is going to be a mystery beer that Steven sent that he's not going to see for 2 months. And that sucks. But if let's say a couple more people send me mystery beers, which you should, because they're always welcome, it's going to be longer. Now, Steven understands that. That's why he sent off a big game. He said he sent off a bunch of high ABV stuff. I assume there's a decent amount of just hair on fire shit here. So we're going to parcel these out carefully. But it's awesome. I mean, the mystery beers are my favorite thing to do. So anyway, it's nice tonight. You don't have the at Thomas Open logo going on your thing. So we'll just have to activate it for the sake of full circleness. That little Thomas Open thing up there. It's like my favorite part about the Thomas Open logo is basically he did the Beer Geek Colin logo, but a little bit different. So it's like, come on, Thomas, get your own fucking logo. And Luis Rivera saying, this amazing dude sounds a lot like my daughter. Is glad everything's working out for you. It's it's honestly, it's, you don't know. That's probably the thing that scares me most about having a child is the unknown. I'm sure that's the same with you. Like I said, it wasn't a joke. I genuinely was concerned that my kid was happy all the time. Like, I heard leading up to having a child, all they heard was, it sucks, constantly keep screaming and yelling and staying up and won't stop crying and all that. And it's just that's not how it is. So when he's as nice as he is, he's as pleasurable as he is, and he's as cool as he is, I'm like, is there something wrong with him? Is there something wrong? Like, I'm afraid now there's something wrong with my child. And my pediatrician and nurses and the counselor we have and all the things we have. And I'm like, no, you just have a good kid. And I'm like, okay, hopefully that's the case. But still, it's like, I'm constantly like WebMDing personal Google doctor researching shit. I'm like, okay, how do you detect, autism? How do you detect this in the kid? And all the things that they're typically like, okay, these are the things that are early precursors to autism. And I'm like, yeah, none of that is true. My kid, it's like eye contact while you're feeding them. Like an autistic kid won't look at you. I'm like, my kid like stares deep into my eyes when I feed him and be like, he tracks things, he looks at things, he likes engaging, he likes touching, he likes doing all those things. So it's just one of those things where, it's the great unknown, but it's also the best unknown, man. Who knows what he's going to be? He could be, a staunch, fiscal conservative Republican. I'll still love him. Not as much, but, and, who knows what he's going to be? Who knows if he's going to be he? He could be them or they or she. It's up to him. Who the fuck knows? It's not my life. It's his. I'm just going to help raise him and help prepare him in the best way I can. And hopefully he looks at me in a good light. All I know is I'm absolutely terrified because these videos are on the internet, and one day he's going to wake up and he's going to see these. That's right. Your dad was on YouTube talking about beer for fucking a decade or two. That's your dad. How you doing, Micah? Enjoy. Anyway, Thomas Opus says, thank you. And he says, I love Beer Geek Holland so much. I want to be him. And Mercy Beer says, come to the dark side. We need to replace Thomas Open. He left early. His weakness disgusts me. Oh, yes. Well, he is both disgusting and weak. Okay. I don't know if anybody's biting on the old live stream. I think I'm gonna call it kaputs. I got to take a picture of this stuff. I kind of want to do one of these, like tonight, just to do one. Maybe I'll do one of the mystery ones, because he said a lot of the mystery ones were like bigger, bolder beers, and I might be okay with that. It says Logan chiming in saying, how has it felt to get back in the tap room for a pint? I saw a few beers you had on Insta. It's cool. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here.
Weakness disgusts you? Weakness disgusts you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I'll put my shirt back on.
Weakness disgusts me. You know why it disgusts me? Because it's like we totally bullied you to come on the stream. So it's like you were too weak to not come on, so you just hey, someone's at your door.
Of course you fucking bullied me into doing this. What else did you think? How you doing, man?
I'm exhausted, actually.
How come? How are you how are you?
Long week at work, man. Just a long week. Like, not in a bad way. I just worked a lot and just kind of tired, And we have just a lot of just been doing a lot of things and stuff. So next week is we're having a party for people to meet the baby for the first time. So we haven't really let anybody see the baby. The baby had his vaccinations about 3 weeks ago, and then my wife is on her way to being vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. So we're like, okay, we'll let select friends and family, like immediate family and immediate close super friends, come and look at the baby from a distance and see what it's like to actually experience Jesus in person. So we're like, okay, we'll let them come and hang out and see the kiddo. And so it's been a lot of yard work and preparation and doing all that kind of stuff. So it's a combination of just working my ass off and not sleeping and drinking beer. How about you?
I had a bit of a weird fucking week. It's been weird. I'm just gonna leave it as been weird.
Is it as weird as leaving another stream and then taking your shirt off and joining my stream?
Yeah, of course, because I was about to go to bed and then I noticed your stream and I just figured I have to say hello because, you and I haven't been on a stream in a while. So, yeah, no, the week has been weird because of, Jesus, I'm getting texts. The week has been weird because here in the Netherlands, we're lessening our restrictions, and it's kind of weird because we're getting into this sort of normal vibe again, but it's not normal. So you can go to a pub, you can go to a restaurant, you can go inside again, but there's restrictions. So you feel kind of awkward.
Yeah.
In a good way, but in a bad way. And work is actually where I work in the store. Things are basically what they always have been. You know, we get customers, they can walk in, they can buy stuff, they can go out again, and we're crowded, and we have several people in a respectful line with, 6 feet different, 6 feet apart, everything in the line. We have several people in the line of the cash register, and there's this little voice in your head that says, like, this is normal, but it's not normal. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, where I live right now, there's nothing. You can do what you can live like it was 2019 right now where I live. There's zero restrictions on anything where I live right now. Zero. You can go in full capacity to a restaurant and pack it full. If someone wants to have open up the bar and be elbow to elbow, screaming for drinks, you can do it. That's what it is right now where I live. In the whole state of New Jersey, pretty much the whole northeastern United States, or the whole United States. So it's insane. I went out. So one of our guilty pleasures, me and my wife, is we'll get breakfast on the weekends. I'll go to this little shop that makes these nice little breakfast sandwiches and bagels and stuff like that. And I'll go there and get a bunch of stuff so it's available for when she wakes up. And I went there this morning. And when I was there, I ordered 2 breakfast sandwiches and a couple different things to leave. I was there for 20 minutes. I counted it, dude. 22 people came in, myself included. 2 people wore masks and gave shit about anything.
So I get people in the store. We're getting into the summer season, right? A lot of these people have their masks in their coat pockets all the time, right? So they come into the store, but they're not wearing a coat anymore. So they walk into the store, and they're walking around for 5 minutes, and they suddenly look at me, and they're like, oh, I forgot my mask. And they quickly put it on. I'm like, you fuck nugget, why are you even bothering putting it on right now? You basically fucked up everything for everybody if you have COVID. So, whatever. It's nice that you're chiming in, and I can kind of understand because you were used to having it in your coat pocket. But people are just walking around. It's nice. It's summery. It's beautiful. Let's don't fucking care anymore.
See, that's it, and that's the thing. I'm not outside. If you're outside and you're walking on the street, you don't have to fucking wear a mask.
No, of course,
but inside. But you have to understand, even inside, for example, today I went to another place. I had to go pick up shit for my animals, feed and stuff like that. And on my way home, I grabbed lunch. To go at a place, not at a restaurant. And when I was in there, the guy was making my sandwich, a couple of people came in to order, none of them wearing masks. And it's not as so much that even people won't wear masks. The one person's oh my, walks in, looks around at everybody and goes, oh my God, I'm not wearing a mask. I might go to jail, mocking everybody that's wearing a mask, out loud to everybody in the place. Yeah. Says it just to be extra dick.
See, and that's what we in the Netherlands, we're at this point where if people aren't wearing masks in a store or whatever, unless you're in the very what's it called in the city, the very the opposite of rural. The opposite of rural is
urban.
Thank you. The very urban areas, people are going to go oh no, you really need to wear a mask. Of course you need to wear a mask, but they get the sort of, you know what I mean, that kind of commentary. In the rural areas, people are yeah, you're not wearing a mask. I don't give a goddamn. Whatever. You do you.
Well, that's
the
thing. Is that it's not so much that people around here, we're rural, where I am in the middle of nowhere, if you wear a mask, you're ridiculed. You're made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
You're just but it's also and I get it to a certain extent, the state and the government is things can open up. I'm not being I'm not being like anti like freedom. I'm not being like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. It is what it is. I'm just kind of pro common sense, and I figure,
Okay.
it kind of, the beginning is exactly the same as the end. If this is the end to where everything dies down, great. But at the end, everybody's like eschewing, social distancing and mask going, it's over. It is what it is. It'll be gone. And that's kind of how it was in the beginning. But if everybody took it seriously at the beginning, we never would have been here at the end. The end would have
See,
been a
that's
year
my
ago.
point. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you didn't want to do this. Well, if you just acted like a normal, compassionate human being, it would have been over already.
Yeah. Well, actually acting like a proper human being is something proper human beings can't do. Because being a proper human being means that you need to care about other human beings. And that's kind of tricky for a lot of people, isn't it? Because people are, that's like, I don't need to, fuck it. We can get into this whole debate. But, here's the thing. People are shit.
Fair enough. No.
Individuals are cool. But people are shit.
Yeah, I mean, even like Logan from Florida, he chimes in on a lot of the videos I do. He's got he's actually a photographer, and he does all the photography for one of our professional sports teams down here, and he's like, asking like how it felt to go back and get a pint in the tap room. He said that he saw a few beers I had on my Instagram, and I actually been in a couple of breweries over the past couple of weeks outside. A couple of the pictures I took were inside, but it was because I went in with a mask, got the beer inside, took a picture, and went outside. And it's been really surreal, man. Just weird in a good way. But the funniest part is that the first beer I had in a brewery since the pandemic started was at a brewery proper.
Mm-hmm.
It was a place called Conclave Brewing, one of my favorite breweries in Jersey.
Yeah, I've seen that.
3 weeks ago, and I went there, and I text the one owner, being like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna come and hang. You want to chug some beers?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Blah blah blah." We went outside and we started sitting there chatting about beer and hanging out and doing and having fun and stuff, and just talking about stuff. And then the funniest part was, it was like, a couple weeks ago, so it was like May, and he's like, "Oh, when's the last time you were at a brewery?" And I was like, actually, it was your brewery at your grand opening, which was like March of 2020. So it's like, it's funny. I didn't realize that I went to the last brewery I went to was the first brewery I went to.
That is
planned it that way.
That's beautiful.
That way. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. I just know that so I had my first band rehearsal yesterday, and we were talking about when did we rehearse for the last time. And I remember one of our last rehearsals was after I went to a brew pub at a local brewery to do a little video segment thing. And that was September. September was the last time I was actually at a brew pub, at a bar, in a brewery. That was the last time I had a beer on site, Yeah. So that's October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. We're talking 9 months. It's been a weird fucking... So yeah. Anyway, I'm getting people angry. I just noticed, and I just really wanted to say hi because you said you wanted to do a quick thing here. I just wanted to say hi to because
no, and honestly, it's been a while since we said hi, so I appreciate you stopping.
Yeah, it's like it's nearly 2 a.m. here, and Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews is angry because I quickly said hi to them, and then I left because I wanted to go to bed, and then he's like, "Now you're in another stream," but I will always say this to you, and I know you get weird and awkward about it, but you're my hero. You're my beer tube hero, and I always watch your stuff, and then I figured I want to try and do this, and now we do these live stream together, and when you're online, I quickly want to say hello. So there you go.
Just fucking come over already.
I will.
In person, and I can.
We need to.
I can funnel like delicious beer into your 4'5" frame.
Yeah, and
just
then you
have a
can
blast.
finally see that I'm actually taller than you are, and then you can worship and say like, okay, Thomas is actually the biggest, literally, physically beer tuber out there. There you go.
There's a difference between biggest and tallest, by the way.
I know, I know. I'm talking about biggest. Sorry. Anyway.
Okay, man. I'll see you, brother.
Dude, it was fun hanging out with you for a little bit. I'm gonna go to bed because it's 2 a.m. here and
Yeah.
I'm knackered.
I'm
I've
gonna
been
go
up
do
for
a
like
mystery
20
beer,
hours.
so peace.
I'll check that out. And you have a good weekend, and maybe we can do a stream somewhere along the line, okay?
Yep.
It'll be fine. Cheers, dude. Bye bye.
See ya. Okay. So here's the deal. So I'm gonna do one of these. I'm not sure which one I should do. I think that's the winner. So what I'm gonna do. Oh, Steven, perfect timing. I'm about to so Steven just chimed in saying barely made it. Cheers. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this. I'm actually gonna do this mystery beer live. It's cold. It's perfect. I think it's dark. We're just gonna do it live. So I'm gonna end the stream. We're gonna start a new one. We're gonna do a mystery beer in about say about 10 minutes. So come back. So we're gonna end this. We'll be back in a minute. Live mystery beers. We'll see you.